Om Sahanavatu Sahano Bhunuktu Sahaviryam Karavavai Tejasinavaditamastu Mahavidyashavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So friends, we shall continue with the theme that we have been dealing with. Self-knowledge defined, that is defining the self-knowledge. As to what exactly this self-knowledge is all about. And as we discussed last class, how simple and easy it is. See, many people don't believe that it can be that easy. Many people, everybody thinks the most difficult, very difficult, very few people will understand. That is never the truth. Do you know why? Simple thing is, truth means simple. There is nothing called a complicated truth. If it is not simple, it is not truth. Suppose I ask you, what is your name? Simple answer is your name. What is the falsehood? Million, billion other names. What did you have for your breakfast? Bread, idli. One answer. Truth is just one answer. How many falsehoods? Oh. What places you have visited? Maybe one place. What or not you have visited? Millions of places. Just simple thing. Truth is always simple. Like in a numbered lock. How many numbers are the truth? Only one number. How many falsehood? That is why you find it difficult to open that box, because that one number must come with too many, you have to go on trying. Same thing, who are you? One answer. What is the falsehood? Too many. The other day in the class I gave you the example that when there are multiple choices question these days in the examination, they'll say, what is the, let us say, height of the Himalayan, Everest peak? 30,000, 40,000, 29,000, 4, and 28,000, 17,000. So many 5 suggestions they have given. In that 5 suggestions, one right answer is hiding. You have to say which one is the right answer. How many right answers? Only one right answer. How many falsehood? All the 4. So simple thing. Any time you shall see, truth means simple. What did you eat? Simple thing. Laddu, apple or bread, something. But falsehood, too many. Who are you? 1,000 suggested answers. Inside that there is only one truth is hiding. And that is something very simple, a person can grasp it within himself. We shall see that, friends. Before I get into the topic, some 20-30 years back, 20 years back, almost 15-20 years back it must have been, I had been to Hong Kong for a program. And you know, our talks are full of stories and humor and jokes and other things. So everybody was laughing and rolling. After the class was over, one Chinese gentleman came up to me and said, Swamiji, do you like to listen to a joke? I said, of course. No, but you have to answer that question. I said, whatever it is, please tell me what is the joke and what is the question. Tell me. He said, you know, there are so many folklores, religious traditions and stories. In one such tradition, the story in this Christian tradition, there is a story that there are 2, the first man and woman, the Adam and Eve, they were there in the forest, the Eden garden in the forest. And then, when they were moving around, a snake comes, tempts them with the apple, and these people eat the apple, and then the problem begins. But that's not my question, philosophy, the problem, no problem, not like that. Whether the snake came or not, or the apple was given or not, that's not my question. My question is, what was their nationality? He says, you please tell me, what was their nationality? I said, look, first thing, there are not many nations. So there is no question of finding out what. If you say first man and woman, where is the question of nations existing? So I cannot say nationality. If you say what is their belief, that also I don't know, because those people became the part of the belief, but they are not they didn't believe in anything, but they have not started thinking. So I can't say this religion, that also is not my problem. What they followed, what was their belief, I cannot answer. So you tell me, what can be their nationality? He said, I also don't know. He said, I also don't know. I said, come on, okay. He said, no, Swamiji, not that. I know, but I really don't know I don't know if the answer is right or not, but one thing I know. I said, what is that no? I don't know what nationality they belong to, but one thing I'm 100% sure, they were not Chinese. How come you are so sure that they were not Chinese? He said, because as the story goes, Adam and Eve, they are walking around. The snake comes with an apple, and when he offers it, they took the apple. Had they been Chinese, they would have left the apple and eaten the snake. And if the snake is eaten, the problem is over. Very simple thing. Why? Because the snake only tempted. Now think of it, friends. If you have got a problem in life, each individual, each one must think, if you have an individual problem in life, what is that something which has tempted you? Will you please stop blaming the whole universe? Let us find out because of what you are suffering. Some people, those who are religious believers, they say karma, destiny, therefore I am suffering. There are some iconoclast non-believers, they say nonsense, this karma theory is garbage. Or this type of somebody, some God is or some destiny because of suffering, that is not truth. Some people will completely dismiss it. Achha. Then whom shall they believe? They shall blame weather. Now the world is hotting up. Carbon dioxide is growing more. Environment is destroyed. Riches have destroyed people. Alcohol destroys people. What is that? Drugs destroy people. Money, lust, power, jealousy. These are all the destroying people. Why bringing in God? These are all the things destroying you. How beautiful blame game goes on in the universe. Please tell me, friends, that there is a death, is it a problem? Or I am dying is the problem? Think for yourself. That there is a sweet or there is a nice fruit is a problem, or I want the fruit is the problem. Think for yourself. The existence of anything is not a problem for anybody. This flower, is it your problem? It's just a flower. Space, air, fire, water, earth, the whole universe is existing. You shall not listen to a whisper of a problem anywhere. The space never speaks. Air doesn't complain. Fire doesn't grumble. Water doesn't complain. Earth, Mother Earth, nothing to say. There is no voice of suffering or enjoyment. Nothing in this universe. Oh, the snake tempted. So temptation, listen carefully. So tell me one thing that tempts you. This flower, did he tell you, pluck me and bring it to the table? All the furnitures in your house, did the furniture tempt you, said, take me home, take me home? You are going, the car followed you to your house? Name one thing that tempts. Do not say another man or woman. Let's not talk about it. Just think you are the first man, you are the only person in this universe. Think in those terms. Long before other people even come to your life, already you are getting into problem. The physical body has no sense of a problem. They say in Sanskrit, Deho na janati, the body does not know. The eyes have no demand to see, ears have no demand to hear, tongue has no demand to taste, nose has no demand to smell, skin has no demand to touch. Physical body has no sense of being born, growing, decaying, dying. So what is the problem? I have a problem. So, that sense of I, understand, pinpoint. I am the one who likes, who wants it, who doesn't want it. The sense of I. That is the one, understand, that is the one which creates every type of conflict in life. One thought. There are so many thoughts. Yet thoughts are not a problem. Thoughts are not a problem. I create problem out of the thought. Object is not a problem. I create the problem out of the object. Alcohol doesn't make me alcoholic. I demanding drinking alcohol makes me alcoholic. The money doesn't create greed. The power doesn't invoke the lust of power. I create the greed. I have the greed. I create the lust for power. I become addicted to the drug. Drugs do not make me an addict. Alcohol doesn't make me an alcoholic. Listen carefully. Body doesn't frighten me. I drag the condition of the body onto myself and I am frightened. The body doesn't feel I'm a child, young, adult, old. The body doesn't feel healthy or diseased, fat or lean. Please see that, friends. Catch it. Don't beat around the bush. In the whole universe of space, air, fire, water, earth, the five elemental universe, and all the objects, the trees, the animals, the sand, the water, everything, so many animals are there, there shall be no problem. Go into a jungle. Millions of different trees, thousands of different species. Nobody sitting down there questioning where from this universe came. Why am I dying? That is why Pasu, known as the Pasu means animals. Pasu. Pasyati the Pasu, who sees but never learns from what he sees. That is why Pasu known as Vimukta. Vimukta means very free. Free means what? Has no sense of bondage. Therefore they don't look for liberation. Who is looking for liberation? I want to be free. Really? What has bound you? What are you bound to? A student goes to a teacher and asks him, please make me free. The teacher says, very good, show me your bondage. If I say, please make me free, I shall say, okay, show me your bondage. Your hands are free, legs are not tied, hands are not shackled, body is not tied down. You are free. No. What is that? No. I am bound. Bound by what? Object? Relationship? Where is the bondage? You are the one who is sending an invisible thread and getting yourself tied down to the object. Then you say, the body, the object ties you down. No, sir. A simple story will shall say, that one person went to Rishikesh, went to the teacher and said, please make me free. I am totally cut off in the samsara. I don't know what to do. Please make me free. The teacher says, okay, be here. I will help you. And evening I'm going for a walk, you come with me. And when the guru is going ahead walking, teacher, the student follows, little delayed, so they are running, then he heard from a distance there is a noise, big sound. Then he heard somebody shouting, this is something, tree is not leaving me, tree is not leaving me. So he follows the sound and reaches the place. And what he sees is surprised. The guru is holding to a tree and shouting, the tree is not leaving me, the tree is not leaving me. The student was surprised. Oh, what is this madman I have come to learn from? He goes there and says, sir, yes. What are you talking? This tree is not leaving you. He said, why, what happened? You are holding on to tree and you say the tree is not leaving you. You are right. You are already a wise man. You came and told me samsara is not leaving you. Your house is not leaving you. Your wife is not leaving you. Your mother is, everybody is tying you down. Are they tying you down or you are holding on to them? When you say you are holding on, the sense of bondage, physically embracing something is not bondage. Tied down is through thoughts. A thought is not a bondage. I get tied to the thought of the object and therefore the object of the thought. I thought there is only one thing, solve that problem. I is the one. In the whole universe, there is one thing shouts, shrieks, groans, moans. Even when the whole world is asleep, you are groaning, moaning in your isolation, in your loneliness. There is so much of silence all over the universe. Total stillness, meditativeness, name it, anything you like. As the Upanishad will say, Dhyayati iva samudraha, dhyayati iva parvataha. The ocean is in meditation, the mountain is in meditation, dhyayati iva prithvi, the earth is in meditation. In that meditative, the whole universe in meditation, there is one person in agitation, is you. And that's not your body. Body is not in agitation. Sense organs are not in agitation. Only one thought. I can't sleep. I don't know what is happening to me. Who is that? One thought. See it once for all. If the person would have eaten the snake, problem is over. Because snake was tempting, no. Now who is tempting you? Nobody is tempting you. You are dragging everything onto yourself. Nobody is tempting you. Did the sweet tell you, eat me? Did the gold tell you, but take me home? Did a car say, drive me? Oh, another person. First you understand you the person. We should understand everything, friends. First appreciate. The moment you appreciate the objects do not tempt you, even the other person shall lose its capacity to tempt you, because he shall only give a suggestion, which even the flowers, trees, animals or the sweets and the gold and diamond, they don't even give a suggestion. Another human being can suggest you. Take me home. If I am with you, I will give you a lot of security, a lot of pleasure, a lot of these things. They can suggest. Why do you fall for it? Because you also think, you don't know about yourself, you think, maybe he or she will make me happy. Maybe he or she will be my security. That means you are searching for the person or searching for security. So who is responsible? Only one thought, friends. You are an adult. Think about it. The child has no sense of difficulty, no sense of individuality. That child is yet to face problem. Don't say child is happy. Child is yet to be unhappy in life. He is not unhappy. Please. It's only one thought that drives you crazy. So, since it is so, what do? We go to study, school, college. Why? Because you think, since I am such a simple man, I have nothing. If I have something, I'll be very happy. So you go for education. I'm a poor man. I should be rich. Think, I should be rich. I should be educated. I should have a job. I should have money. So this I is now has embarked upon this impossible journey. Because with all these things, I shall be happy. Listen carefully, friends. When it does that, what is happening? Is picking up roles. Is going on picking up roles. Educated, I'm rich, I'm poor, all this. He's picking up a role. Please understand, friends. If you do not understand yourself, since you are already in a problem, every role becomes a problem. The other day I told you that thing, clearly understand. You are already a lie and you become a top class liar. Why? Because the moment somebody asks you when you are grown up, who are you? You shall give a series of lies. I'm educated. Education that you have, degree that you have. I'm rich, riches that you have, a name that you have, son and daughter of somebody, the relationship that you have. I am managing a position, the position that you have, a faith that you have. When you are asked about who you are completely lying. Everybody is lying. Why? Because you are a lie. You don't know about yourself. Now you are introducing yourself through everything that you have. I am interested to know who you are, and you are going on giving me the list of things that you have. Impressing me. Impressive biodata means what? What are all things you have? How many more degrees? How many more experiences? Impressive biodata. All that things you have. And why are you so suffocated? Ask yourself, why are you so suffocated? You are going on telling what all things you have. I am telling you, introduce yourself. Now you go to the teacher. Now the teacher, instead of introducing you to yourself, he gives you another much more series of identities, philosophies, beliefs, practices, informations. I didn't know many languages, now I know one holy language. I didn't have any practices, now I do these practices. What are they doing? Putting load on the load, load on the load. A person must understand himself, because giving you a role, listen carefully friends, getting a role will not solve your problem. By giving you a role, nobody solves your problem, because roles have no problem. When you say the king is bad, the position is bad or the person is bad? When you say the doctor is stupid, is the medicine stupid or the person is stupid? If you say the man is greedy, if you say the managing director is greedy, the greed doesn't belong to the position. Understand? We say what? Oh, the youngsters are rowdies. Youngsters are not rowdy. A rowdy happens to be a youngster. Husbands are crazy. Husbands are not crazy. A crazy person happens to be a husband. No role is flawed. Politicians are corrupt. Wrong. No politician is corrupt. A corrupt person happens to be a politician. No doctor is corrupt. A corrupt person happens to be a doctor. No sadhu is stupid. A stupid person happens to be a sadhu. Roles are not a problem. But if you drop one role to pick up another role, or you gather another role, so when you go to the teacher, should he give you yet another role or introduce you to yourself? There was a country, and there are a lot of people are living in one area in that region. They followed one faith, name it X, okay, whatever it is, name it X. I don't want to name the faith because that becomes a little crazy. I don't want to bother about that. So they were, let us say, following X, some religion, some faith they were following. They were known as the, okay, I'll make it J. forget it, make it J. Or make it K, easier, the J is wrong, blah, blah, blah. K. Just make it, let me bring the story, K. They are all followers of K. And this gentleman who went and started living in that region, he was a freelancer. He was a free spirit. No belief, no nothing. He was believing in F, free spirit. Okay. I will forget it. So suppose he was believing in, what shall you say? Anything you can say. He was if suppose he is a K, let us say he is L. Okay. K, L. He was other people are K, so this person was a L. So, very lonely person, alone living. So, after living there some time, when all these people are assembling together in a particular day in the week, they will be having their puja and all that. So somebody asked this man, you are alone, why don't you come to our puja, worship, congregation, so that you can become part of these people? He said, okay, let me go, what to do? And they are also, why they were asking him to come? Because this man, in the whole locality, all the people there will be eating, every day they will be eating chicken. But on the Friday, just take any day, some Friday, they are not supposed to eat chicken. They are supposed to eat only fish. But this man loves his chicken. So he cooks every day. L cooks chicken every day. So on the Friday when nobody is supposed to eat chicken, when this fellow cooks chicken barbecue, the whole residential area is disturbed. Because they feel tempted. They want to eat the chicken. So they were so disturbed, they went and told to the congregation chief, look, this fellow is eating fish in the Friday, so we don't know what to do with it. You somehow bring him in so that he doesn't have to disturb us. So the congregation chief invited him and said, sir, you are alone in this place. Why don't you come over here? Okay, I'll go. He goes there and he sees so many people, everybody singing, dancing and all this stuff. He also enjoyed it, very thing. Then he said, okay, so what is your faith? What is your belief? He said, I am a L. He said, but we are all K. Why don't you become L? He said, I am a, sort of L, but I don't know how to become K. He said, you come, next congregation you come, I will make you K. Will, change your faith from L to K. Very good. So next time he went there. So everybody was so happy not because he is going to change from L to K, but Friday they will not eat fish, he will not eat chicken. So what they did, so he brought him in and then he told him, I am going to make you K today. So he brought some water and he said, you are born a K, you are born a L, you are growing up as a L, but from today you are a K. He threw water on him. It's okay. So who are you? K. Papa, that's fantastic, that's a fantastic thing. Very good, very good, very good. Then, next Friday everybody is waiting. Suddenly no chicken, but fish. So everybody feel, Appa, this fellow is a good fellow. Second, third Friday, same thing. Third Friday, and fourth Friday, suddenly again there is chicken smell coming. So the people are again worried. They went to the congregation chief and said, so this fellow is again eating chicken, we don't know what to do. So the next Friday again he was invited and the man said, sir, are you following every rule of the K? He said, yes, I am following every rule. Okay, so the next Friday when he was cooking chicken, the other people phoned up and the chief of that K goes there and asks him, sir, what are you doing? He said, I am preparing my food, but I see chicken on the barbecue. He said, no, that's not chicken. That's not chicken. That is not C. That is not, that fish, that is not F. That is C. Think of it. So all bring in that first letters, okay? But I see it is C. It is chicken. He He said, no. How can you say chicken? Then what is that? This is only a fish. How? He said, see, I learned from you. Today, when I brought the chicken, I kept it there. I told it, you are born a chicken, you are raised a chicken, but now you are a fish. Just you told me I was born one L, raised an L, but now I am a K. So if you think I become a K, so this was born a C, born a chicken, raised a chicken, now you are a fish. So now I am cooking a fish. This is what it is. Just by getting an idea that you are not a man or woman, you are free, you are Brahman, you are Atman, you are absolute, nothing happens, friends. You can go on telling the chicken is fish, but chicken will remain chicken. That is why in conversion there is no realities. I continues. Previously you are proud of being a believer, now you are proud of being a non-believer. You are proud of a believer in a particular religion, now you are proud of believing another religion. You are there continuing with every problem. That is why, friends, changing your clothes, changing your roles, changing your name, changing your informations, changing your diet, changing your relationship, changing your father, mother, brother, whatever is your citizenship, anything you want to change, you shall not change. That is only one way. You must know about yourself as to who you are. One word, aham. That is why if you listen to these Upanishads, sarve vedayat padamamananti tapamji sarvani chayad vadanti yadichanto brahmacharyam charanti tatte padam sangrahena pravakshe omiti etat. You can call it ahamiti etat. All the Vedas talk about one thing. Sarve vedayat padamamanandi. Tapamsi sarvani chayad. All the tapas, austerities are undertaken for what? Yadichanto brahmacharyam charanti. Desires of which people take to life of brahmachari, student, gurukulavasa, go and live with a teacher. And all that point out only one thing you should understand. Sangrahena pravakshe. What is that? Om iti etat. Only one letter, Om or Aham. One A, U, Aha, both are one and the same. Understand yourself, I. Why? Because other than the individuality, nothing in this universe has a confusion. Right or wrong? Show the bondage. Nothing binds you. You get yourself bound. You get yourself tied down. Your body doesn't bind you. Your thoughts do not bind you. Your sense organs do not bind you. Your sensations do not bind you. Your possessions do not bind you. Nothing binds you. Think for yourself. Your sense of bondage comes from what? I am bound. By what? I am bound. By what? Blame the world. My father, my mother, my husband, my wife, my child, my position, my belief, my disbelief. Some are believers and bound, some are non-believers and bound by the disbelief. Challenge the belief of the believer, he will be feeling destroyed. Challenge the disbelief of the non-believer, he shall also feel destroyed. Please, friend, understand, belief, disbelief, thoughts or no thoughts, perceptions, sensations, names, forms, space, air, fire, water, earth, everything goes away. Everybody is innocent, everything is innocent. The sense of bondage comes from only one thing, I. You understand the importance of knowing the self-knowledge? So knowing the self-knowledge, when you understand about yourself means what? What you take yourself to be, the other day I told you, self-knowledge means the knowledge of the self. No. The knowledge that is the self. What exactly it means, I'll explain to you. What all you take yourself to be, you must understand that. And you also understand yourself who you are. If you take yourself to be, if you say, I am rich, riches is you. If you say, I am man or woman, body is you. Understand the riches and see how there is no sense of I in the riches. How there is no sense of I in the property. How there is no sense of I in your house. How there is no sense of I in your body. How there is no sense of I in every individual sense organs. How there is no sense of I in any thought, because I thought is a thought. So what does that mean? In a simplest way, Bhagavan Shankara reveals it. I shall share it with you, friends. Amazing. You can reveal it in the simplest possible way, to the simplest possible mind, like a child's mind. That simply it can be revealed. And to a very complicated mind, which is already full of riddles, logic, complications, emotions, hatred, jealousy, insecurities. Because long before you've been aware of yourself, who you are, you have gone into huge mess, confusion of million kinds. Added to that, education has added to your identities. Experiences have added to your identities. Because this I never knew it's rich. The son of the king doesn't know that he is the king. People go on respecting him as a prince. Suddenly he feels very important. But a prince, a king's child, a prince and a commoner, children, 2-year-old, leave them, how will they play? Will they say, I am the prince and you are the beggar? No. Nobody is born branded. The same cow walks down, allow 3 children to go. All the 3 children look at the animal, so sweet. All the 3 children look at the goat, so sweet. But once they are grown up, you are a believer in non-vegetarian. That cow is your food, or that goat is your food. Another say, no, that is your mother. What will happen? The same 3 children, when they grow up, when they are children, they had uniform reaction to the object. When they grow up, one person considers that that animal is his food or dinner or lunch. Other fellow says, no, he's a mother, he's an animal. I mean, he's a wonderful animal. Is it child's mistake? Somebody has pushed into their head. Understand? The thoughts are pushed into their head. So, when you start thinking, complicated people, you need complicated teaching. Because you have to counteract many notions, many ideas. That is why you can see in the world, in every tradition, there are so many wise people. These Alvars, Nayanvars in the Tamil Nadu, this South India, or there is Surdas, Kabir Das, all these things, Jagannath Das, this Yasavanta, Ananda Goyal in Odisha, in Kerala, all over or even all over the world, in every tradition they may be there. They were not PhD from the university because there are no universities there. What is the university from which Shankara got his PhD in Sanskrit? Think of it, friends. When you have picked up so many monument identities, you are very complicated. With a very complicated person, simple ideas do not gel anymore. It's just like your heart has got 200, 90% block, and I tell you, if you can do breathing, your block will go away. No. You need bypass. If it is starting, you get a simple treatment. If it is already gone into very strong treatment. Same thing in individual. Very strong. Because individuality is so strong, you have to deal with it. Yet, friends, understand, it doesn't matter whether it is the darkness of 1,000 years or the thousands of darkness of this moment. The moment light comes, it goes. But the person who is complicated, he thinks it is very difficult because he has been given that idea also, it is very difficult. The teacher is proper. If the Guru, Acharyavan Purusha Veda, the person who has a teacher, one who knows the awareness, who knows himself as he is, instantaneously he can reveal it. Because, as I told you the first day, the teacher is not interested in what you were or what you shall be. The teacher is interested in telling you who you are. You can carry your past. The teacher sees beyond it and before it. You can't escape your past. You cannot escape the anxiety for your future. But the teacher is interested only in the presence. Who you are. At this moment, where are your roles? Think. So as a child you can give it just like that. And we shall see today how simple Shankara gives it. Be a child. Be a 70-year-old child. 50-year-old child. What as many you are, don't worry about it. Be a baby. You do not know Tamil, you do not know Telugu, you do not know English, you do not know Sanskrit, you don't know nothing. Then suddenly don't say, Swamiji, if I don't know English, I don't understand what you are talking. Don't give me that, okay? Just think, as though you have not learned any language. Just one language, maybe just now, because you are talking English, I am talking. Somebody says, Odia, you Odia, okay? Whatever language I am speaking, that much you understand, okay? You are a child, you have come. He goes to the teacher. Shankara makes it in a eka shloki. Think of that. In a simplest possible way, he reveals the whole truth. First understand the necessity of knowing yourself, because only for the sense of I, the individuality, there is bondage. You cannot search for bondage anywhere in the universe. Death is not a problem. I am dying. Hunger is not a problem. I am hungry. Gold is not, anything is not, I want it. Want. And you say what? Oh, I see what you are talking. I see. I hear. Really. I touch. I taste. I smell. Okay. So simple things you shall see it now what it is. Do you see this flower? You say yes. Now, the guru, the teacher, like a so kind and loving father, Santam mahantam nivasanti santa vasanta valloka hitam charanta mamodharatmiya kataksha drushtya rujvati karunya sudha vivrushtya. Santam mahantam nivasanti santa. Wise people, those who understand the reality, they are existing. How? Vasanta valloka hitam charanta. Like the spring breeze passes, trees become, they get fresh flowers and fresh leaves. The presence of the wise person is like a freshness comes in. Why? The person doesn't invoke any role in you. Your roles are old leaves. How much money you have brought to see me? You will never understand. Were you a drug addict? Married? Divorced? Why am I interested in your old leaves? When the person is not interested in your past, for a moment you drop everything. That is the wisdom, that is the teacher. Who is not interested in they call it capo, pumping, pumping information. Very interested in other person's past. Like people try to know somebody, means what? Every question about others. Why don't you reveal yourself to everybody? No. Vasanta valloka hitam charanta. He says, the student says, Ma'am, Atmiya kataksha drishti of the, just by your loving glance, please release me. Ahetuka daya sindhu, guru anamatam satam, ocean of compassion for no reason. Why there is no reason? Because in reality you are the bliss, you are the absolute, you are the happiness. A rich man suffering, can you have a compassion towards it? But you can have a compassion towards it. Because a poor man suffering, understood. Poor rich man suffering, you will have more compassion. Stupid, you have everything. That is why the guru, the person who is aware of himself, is ahetuka dayas. For no reason he is compassionate. Because the other person is immortal, behaving mortal. Absolute happiness, behaving miserable. What he sees, the other person doesn't see. Yesterday, I think I was telling you that. The wise man learns more from the question of a fool than a fool can ever learn from the answer of the wisdom of the wise man. Why? Because the wise man knows where from the question is coming. The wise man knows from which conflict, which doubt the question is coming. The ignorant doesn't know from where the answer is coming. That is why a wise man will never ridicule somebody's question. Everybody is fine, kindness, compassionate. Anyway, the student comes, child. He asks him, okay, answer my question. Think, friends. Answer my question. Be like a child. Kim jyotistava bhanuman hanime. He asked the child, baby, small boy, 4 or 5 years old. I have tried it on small boys, 4 or 5 children, 4 or 5 year children. Smart, beautiful, innocent, absolutely spontaneous. Please see the answer. You shall be, just be for a change, just be a smart child. Give me common sense answer. Please try to don't give an impressive answer to show your wisdom. No. Common sense answer. Baby, kim jyotistava? Ahani, in the daytime, with what light do you see everything? What shall you say? Sun. In the daytime, with what light you see? There is no other light in the day, only there is sunlight. What the baby says? Bhanu, Bhanuman, moon. In the sun I see that light. Very sweet. Start that. Kim jyotistava ahani, daytime, with what light you see? Bhanuman, with the sun. Ratro, in the night, with what light do you see? The sun is not there. Then you can say, moon. No, child will not say, because moonlight is not every day. Pradipadikam, lamp, lantern, pradipadikam, small lamp. Those there is no electricity. So pradipadikam, some lamp, some other source of light, not the moon, not the sun. With the lamp I see. See how child is very, just see that. With the sunlight, very happy. Little lamps, pradipadikam. Baby, please tell me, Rabidipa darshana vidho kim jyotirakhyaye me. Rabi Deepa darshana vidho kim jyoti. Please tell me, akhyahi, please tell me, with what you see Ravi, the sun, Deepam, the lamp. With what do you see? You see everything in the daytime in the sunlight, in the night with the light of the lamp. With what light do you see the sun and the lamps? With what do you see? Chakshu, eyes. With what you do see the sun and the lamp? Oh, my eyes. Very sweet, very sweet. So you are moving out from the sun, the universe, to little light, to your sun, to your body and to your eyes. Tasya unmilanadi nimilanadi samaye. When your eyes, you are closing, opening. Closing, opening. How do you see your eyes closing and opening? With what? Buddhi, mind. Because if your mind is somewhere, your eyes open also, you cannot see anything. So the eyes, with your eyes, when you see, buddhi, thoughts are there. Very good. So that is the light of the mind. Dhiyo darshane kim jyotirakhyaye me. With what light? Listen. What is that something by which you see your thoughts? You know. Do you see your thought, the eyes, like eyes seeing the flower? Do you see your thought with the eyes? Your eyes see the flower, but eyes cannot see the thought of the flower. So you don't see your thought of the flower with your eyes. You know it. How do you know? What is that something in whose presence you know your thoughts? Who is there? The child says, Tatraham, I am there. As what? If eyes is seeing, you say, I see the flower. Because the eyes see, you say, I see the flower. If the eyes cannot see, can you say, I see? The presence of consciousness, the knowing, in whose presence the thoughts are known. What is that something which knows, because of which you say, I know? The eyes seeing, I say, I see. With ears hearing, I say, I hear. With the tongue tasting, I say, I taste. So what is that something is knowing, because of which knowing principle, I say, I know. What is that knows? Tatraham, that is me. Then the teacher says, Tasmad Bhavan Paramakam Jyotihi, therefore you are the light of lights. Why? The sun goes, the lights go, your eyes can still see in the darkness, whatever object is seen. The sun is not there, lamp is not there. You see the lamp, see the light. That time you shall say, I see the sun. Listen carefully. I see the sun. I see the lamp. I see the flower. Listen carefully. The moment you close your eyes, you can no more say, I see the flower. I see the moon. Or I see the lamp. Or I see the sun. You shall say, I know the thought of the flower. I know the thought of the sun. I know the thought of the lamp. Seeing changes to knowing. Hearing changes to knowing. Smelling changes to knowing. So knowing is continuous. Janamiti. Aham janamiti. I know. Do you see? Yes. How? I know. What do you know? You see. So the knowing is the common factor. The seeing stops with the eyes closed. Listening stops with ears closed. Tasting stops with tongue closed. Smelling stops with nose closed. Knowing begins. Whatever thought is there, the knowing begins. With what? In whose presence you say. And there you don't have to say, like you don't have to say, I see for your eyes to see. You don't have to say, I hear for your ears to hear. You don't have to say, I taste for the eye taste, for the tongue to taste. The I thought is redundant for perception. Because perception takes place, therefore you say, I perceive. Not because of the perception you are existing. Because of the knowing principle you say, I know. Not that because you say, I know, therefore there must be consciousness. How simple. In these two types of knowledge, which you shall see tomorrow, friends, the two types of knowledge comes. One is relative knowledge, which is endless. Listen carefully. I know, please see, I know, I see. I see, I hear, I taste, I touch, I smell are relative identities. I see with the eyes, I hear with the ears, I taste with the tongue, I smell with the nose, I am breathing with the body. young, old. These are relative identities. With every thought of the object, with every thought of your perception, relative identities, millions of relative identities. But I know is absolute identity, because the knowing principle is one. Self-knowledge means not only knowing the absolute who you are, but also be familiar with the majestic, awesome, relative universe, endless. No taboo subject in self-knowledge. You are who you are. Enjoy the universe, whatever you see. The whole perceived creation. How majestic. Easy or difficult? If you want to gain an identity and become important by getting little relative knowledge, your struggle shall be endless. Comparative dimension, competitive dimension. You shall continuously compete. I want to know more, see more, hear more, touch more, taste more, smell. Never ending. But the Upanishad, knowing yourself, Vedanta, end of knowledge. You understand about yourself who you are. And who is superior? Everybody is same. You don't go to school, college, university to become superior or inferior. You don't go to a faith to become superior or inferior. That is why Atma Jnanat na param vidyate. Atma Lahan na param vidyate. There is nothing greater than this self-knowledge, self-awareness, one's own self. Know it, then relative knowledge, endless. You know music, I don't know. You know history, I don't know. I know mathematics, you don't know. I know swimming, somebody swims, somebody sings, somebody dances, somebody... Relative knowledge, friends, you don't have to know everything. Everybody doesn't have to... everybody cannot be an engineer, need not be. Everybody can't be a doctor, need not be. Everybody can't be a lawyer, need not be. Everybody can't be married, need not be. Everybody cannot climb the mountain, Everest, need not be. Everybody cannot cook, need not be. Understand, friends, everybody cannot do everything. Something you can do, something others can do. Together we can do everything. Everybody cannot be everything. But everybody, without exception, can be themselves. Unless you brand them, you are the follower of this faith, this religion, this practice, this God. You destroy people. Upanishads are so beautiful. It reveals you yourself as you are, with no reference to nothing. Close your eyes, friends. We shall see more of it tomorrow. How simple it is. Understand. Close your eyes. All that you know, close your eyes, all that you know, all your thoughts, relative knowledge, that by which you know, absolute knowledge, that by which you know your thought, I know my thought, 7 billion people know their thoughts, same principle. What you know, what memories you have differs from 7 billion people. Even in your own life, childhood, what memories you had, youth, what memories you have, old age, what memories you have, will change from condition of one condition to another condition. Self, awareness, consciousness, name it whatever you like, or no name whatsoever. Universal oneness. You are comfortable being yourself and comfortable with every role that you play in your life. So So this self-knowledge does not mean only you must know the self. No. All that you take yourself to be, that also is included. Therefore the whole universe, everything you know about, you cannot know everything about everything in a relative world, but you can know about yourself who you are, and that is the truth of everything. That we shall see in time, next 1 or 2 classes. Please chant Om 3 times, please. Om.